Hey friends, I'm back today with a video on a brand that I have never reviewed on my channel, which is strange because I've definitely purchased from this brand before, but it might be just something I have in my draft stack, which is quite extensive. So, the brand that we are talking about today is Sugar Drizzle, and the palette that we were talking about is Man, I Love Frogs. So, this is the outer sleeve of the package. This is $46.95. I am not affiliated with them. I don't know if they have affiliate codes. I'm not sure. This is the packaging. If you like frogs, I think you'll really enjoy it. I think that the colors that they have together on the cover are really cute. This is a cruelty-free palette. The shipping price I felt was pretty fair, and it did get here really quickly. So, when you get the palette itself, it matches the outer packaging, and then when you open it up, this is the color story. Okay, if you know me, if you've watched this channel, you already knew that I was going to love this palette. I think that the colors in here are gorgeous, and they're very, very shifty. I'm going to move the mirror so hopefully you can see some of those flips, because this is much more unique than you're actually probably seeing at first glance. It is just... it's a stunning palette. If you don't like a palette that doesn't have mattes in it, this may not be the right choice for you. However, I always find that I have a palette that I can pull from, and I don't mind doing that. Exactly what I did today. And I have got to say, every single shade that I used in this palette is fantastic. The other thing I would say is that if you like Saints, Angels, Sinners, or if you like It's Belle, or Bella Beautè Bar, then you will like this formula. It is the exact same. I think that they all get their stuff made at the same place, but that's okay. I know a few of these shades are probably dupes within the collection that I have, and it does not bother me. So this is what it looks like. This palette in conjunction with the Paradise Islands palette from Nomad Cosmetics. I've already showed this on my channel, but I just figured I'd give you a look at what I used with this. I felt like these two palettes paired really, really well together. The colors play together nicely. I think if you are a multi-chrome lover, this is the perfect kind of palette for you. I love it. I think you will like it too. I'm going to do some swatches for you. I did this look and another look, and I'll include those, and I'll be back at the end with my final thoughts. Alright, so the very first shade in this palette is called Frog Life, and while you're seeing just mostly a purple and kind of charcoal brown based shade, it actually goes burgundy and orange as well, which is really, really interesting. The next shade is called Ribbit, and it's kind of a sheer gray based, slightly pink to green to blue to purple. It's very, very interesting. The very next shade is called Hopalong, and it's a strong purple. Oh, you guys are seeing it different right now, but it is a strong purple that does shift all the way to like a turquoise bluish green shade. It is absolutely show-stopping. Also a little bit magenta. The next shade is called Croaky, and it's a blue to purple to pink. It's beautiful. It actually goes a really hot pink as well. The next shade is called Fly Swatter, and it's this beautiful kind of purple to kind of pink. It has a deep kind of teal and turquoise shift to it, and blue. It's beautiful. The next shade is Tadpole, and it's also a kind of purplish gold to a little bit of greenish blue. Stunning shade. The next shade is Pond, and it's a blue to purple, but it does have a small hint of like a pinky gold flip to it. The next shade is called Leap, and it's this beautiful kind of blue to green to purple to pink. It kind of looks goldish a little bit as well. The next shade is called Milf, which is pretty hilarious, and it goes from a deep kind of tealish turquoise to a bright emerald green with a little bit of gold. Stunning. The next shade is called Lily Pad, and it's kind of a bluish green with a little bit of a gold flip. The next shade is Feeling Froggy, and it is kind of a silvery green. And the last shade is Camouflage, and it is a white-based pink to purple to green to blue. It is absolutely, I'm going to say it like I did with the rest of them. It's stunning. Okay, you guys, I am back and I want to give you my final thoughts. So, the brand that I'm talking about today is Sugar Drizzle, and the palette that we're talking about is Man, I Love Frogs. So, this is what the outside looks like. I do have the sleeve that goes over it, but it's underneath this other palette. This palette costs $46.95. Now, personally, this is not my aesthetic, although I do like the flowers that are over here and the ferns that are hanging out, but the Milf cracked me up. I know that's like, but it was funny to me. And then when you open up the palette itself, this is the color story. Now, these are pretty much all duo and multi-chrome shades, and I happen to love them all. Now, I will say if you have any palettes from It's Belle Cosmetics, if you have any Saints Angel Sinners, if you have any Bella Beautè Bar, if you have Indi Beat Cosmetics, you will recognize some of these shades. But to me, I was still very interested in this palette, even though I did have a few of these shades already. I love the combination of the colors that they use. So this is what it looks like. If you are a person that likes a palette that has matte shades in it in conjunction with these, this may not be the right fit for you. However, you could do what I did and just supplement another palette in with this, which is nice because then you're kind of getting, you know, use out of other palettes if you have a big collection like I do. And I really enjoyed it. The quality of these is fantastic. I just honestly can't say anything bad about it at all. When you look at this, hopefully, if you look in the mirror, you can hopefully see a little bit of the shifts to this because it's actually very, very shifty and it's really interesting. So I'm 100% happy with this palette. If you are drawn to these colors and you like these formulas from those brands, I don't think you're going to be let down at all. Now, I am not affiliated with this brand. This palette was not sent to me. I don't know if they have affiliates. I feel like they do. So I would just say check out their Instagram because they'll probably have some of those listed. The palette that I used in conjunction with that one was the Nomad Cosmetics Paradise Islands palette, and I love this palette. I just feel like it paired really, really well. All of these shades worked really nicely with the Man I Love Frogs palette. I loved them together. To me, I kind of feel like they were the perfect match. They were a match made in heaven. So I enjoyed using both of these palettes. I've already done a review on this. If you do want to see that, make sure you just check out my YouTube. You can type in Nomad Cosmetics. There's actually a playlist of them. But I have to say, overall, I was definitely happy with both of these palettes. I think that if you enjoy these colors, you will be too. In any case, I hope that this video was helpful to you guys. If it was, maybe leave a comment down below. I'd be really interested to know if you picked either one of these palettes up. And I hope that everybody is staying safe and healthy. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.